All right, so we live right now with the homie Devin McCrorey. Before I get anything started, this is the Momentary podcast with your boy comedianmogreen and my homie. I don't know what name he go by because he's like some type of shaman, some type of group. I don't know if you want to every cipher Devin. I don't know if you want baby. I don't know if you want to take it back to the 1999 concept Phil Gon. whichever.
I was D-Rock back then.
Yeah, D-Rock. all kinds of monikers. But before we get in, I'm going to do a quick screen share, and because I have this little song that I like to play. You know what I'm saying? So this is my intro music. It's kind of ghetto, it's bootleg, but we gotta do it. Here it goes right here.
Oh, you got a song made by Neo on this shit?
That's right by who?
Neo.
That's me, man.
Yeah, no, I'm just messing with you.
Lead the jokes to the comments, man. It's not commentary, it's momentary. Not commentary, it's momentary. It's not commentary, momentary. It's not
I got you ad lib.
I gotta do my ad libs before I get in the studio with Jay. And he, you know what I'm saying, make this junk right. But for now, you know, we got to be bootleg. But it worked. One thing I'm learning about this this podcast shit is that you have to consistently, like if you do like a certain theme or a certain song or a certain sound or a certain phrase, it's all about consistency. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, it's like people like every TV show that you watch, it has the same intro. Every you know what I'm saying? Like you have to have a certain hook or a certain thing that keeps people coming back. Right, and it breeds a familiarity. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So yeah, man. So we here.
So first of all, we gonna set it off by saying that we both two recovering simps. I mean, we're simp recovery.
now that we well, the thing is, we have to explain the definition of that, but before we do, we got plenty of time to get into the topic. Yeah, no doubt. I just want to give you a little bit about my friend here, man, who I call that's my brother. That's not just my friend.
No doubt.
I've known Devin, 30 years now, since like 92, 93. So going on 30 years. You know what's funny? Back in the days, I used to always be jealous of you and it's another friend of ours, Ant Williams. Yeah. Because y'all cats knew each other since like fifth grade. Or no, it was the third. Actually.
Yeah, I met him when I was 8, so second grade.
Second grade, and I met these cats maybe in 7th, so like 5 years later. But back then when we were young, that just seemed like such a long time. Yeah, and I used to always be so jealous of their friendship because I'd be like, yeah, I was friends with you for 5 years. Well, I was friends with 10 years. I was friends for 15 years. I was friends for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? So I was always jealous about that. But it's like now that we rounded about 30, there ain't too much difference between 29 years and 35 years. That's pretty much, we grew up together. You know what I'm saying? Like
exactly.
Back in the days with Devin, Devin is an excellent writer. We used to do comic books. Devin was always the writer, and I was the artist. You know what I'm saying? And other friend Anthony, he was a writer. He used to draw a little bit, and then our friend Muncho used to draw, and Jemiah, whatever. That was the whole crew, fast food station. But just me and Devin, just similar background. We're similar as far as in our arts and making music and things of that nature. We're both ex-Jehovah's Witnesses or had an affiliation with the Jehovah's Witness religion. And just we just grew up together. All kinds of wars. I don't want to talk too much, but I just want to let you guys know that this isn't just somebody that I just met. This is somebody that I've known for a long time. This is somebody that I've had a lot of great, deep discussions with. This is one of the most intelligent people that I know, one of the most intelligent debaters that I know. And we spar, you know what I'm saying? We go at it. We always go at it. We don't see eye to eye 100% on a lot of things, but we see eye to eye on a lot of the core things. And
exactly.
We've been talking about doing this podcast. My brother Devin, he does explain your wellness as far as with your meditation. What is it that you do?
Yeah, my company is called the Wellness Initiative, and basically what I do is I teach mindfulness and meditation as a way to help people deal with depression, anxiety, stress, and trauma. So a lot of people in the Black community, and in a lot of communities all over the world, they're nervous about therapy, they're nervous about medication. So if you're looking for an alternative, natural way to kind of help you if you're going through depression and stuff, or what have you, mindfulness and meditation is a way of helping you manage your emotions and just basically stabilize yourself. And I used it myself.
Definitely.
When I went through depression, I used it and I was able to overcome it. So
that's what's up. That's what's up. I do meditate, but my thing, like my self-treatment, was that I always listen to binaural beats. And what binaural, for the people that don't know, it's basically two different frequencies in your ear. And it affects different moods. Like if you feel sad, it makes you feel happy. If you feel tired, there's frequencies that can like kind of pep you up. And the reason why I believe in this stuff is because people listen to different music and it puts you in different moods. Exactly. And so the key with the thing with binaural beats is they take away the music and only use the frequency. Like if you look at the days like the Revolutionary War and like Civil War and stuff like that, there's always a guy with the drummer, you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff like motivates you to do certain things. In like the early like 90s and stuff like that, when people used to do drive-bys and stuff like that, you know, they would get drunk and high or whatever, but they would be listening to like some NWA, some hardcore hip hop, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're trying to smooth over your lady, you know what I'm saying, wanting to feel good, you might play some smooth R&B or whatever. So but the thing with binaural beats is you can get those same feelings from those different musics, but you take away the music and you just purely use the frequency. I don't know how they figured this out, but when I was going through my depression, you know, when I was feeling sleepy, you know what I mean? Or just for anything, feeling kind of sick. You type in whatever your ailment is, you type it in and you put it in, the binaural beats help. But I think binaural beats in concert with meditation, you know what I mean? You can't beat that. Everybody has a different way of medicating themselves, and it's better that you medicate yourself, not with drugs, not with alcohol, you know what I'm saying? Not with womanizing, like use actual natural things that aren't destructive to yourself and to other people. So, you know, much respect for you for, you know what I mean, for what you do. Because
thank you, my brother. You know what's crazy? I was thinking when you was talking, I was thinking about how I known you so long. I known you when you first started drinking, and I know you all the way to when you quit. That's a long ass time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Hold on. Oh yeah, my camera went out for some reason. Yeah, I know. No, you know me when I wasn't drinking, to when I started drinking, to when I quit drinking again, man.
Yeah.
You know? and I had to stop. I'm not saying I won't ever drink ever again. But it's just like well, the main reason why I had to quit is because a couple years back I was gonna get some dental surgery. And they had to extract the wisdom tooth. And when they took my blood pressure, they said my blood pressure was so high that if they would have induced me, I probably could have went into a coma and had a heart attack.
Damn.
You know what I mean? And the one thing that kept my blood pressure, obviously I'm heavy, but if you drink a lot, that raises your blood pressure. So
right.
I would say like the fastest way for me to lower my blood pressure was to put the bottle down. So this is like in like 2000, like the end of 2017. I put it down for a couple months, but then I picked it back up again. But I'm just moving so slow as far as with my weight loss, and things are getting harder as I'm getting older. And I just did the math of all the money that I spent on alcohol. I think to myself, and you should think this to yourself too.
Yeah, definitely.
If you could get back half of the money that you spent in your career of drinking alcohol, what is, you know what I'm saying? What do you think? You probably could have a house, you know what I'm saying? A new car, a big booty Brazilian only car in Brazil. It's just when you do the math, because we older, yo. I'm 42. You're 41. You'll be 42 at the end of the year. But you know, we spent a lot of time out there thotting. And chasing after bras and getting, and it was fun. I ain't gonna sit here and stunt like it wasn't fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Bros had mad fun, but after a while, you just have to make a change. And if you want to make a change, not to sound like Michael Jackson or cliche, but the best way to change is to literally change. Like you have to change something.
And I look back on, like you were saying, like all that money. Sometimes I ask myself, was it even worth it? Like we had a lot of fun. Sometimes
I had fun.
I'm like, yo, I could have cut that out. Cut out the fun we had, stack that bread, and we could be having even more fun.
We could be having fun right now. We should actually we could be like in a real studio in Miami or something right now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah. But
talking about with drinks, you just smacking them on the butt and shit.
Yeah, of course, big booty. Because that's like if you got a big booty with thongs in the club, you was meant to get your booty smacked. That's just male or female. That's what.
It's a male or female. I just caught that.
It's gonna be some gay jokes every now and again. It's not, you know what I'm saying? you got to catch that, bro. But hey, you know that's been me since we was little. You know what I'm saying? I've always made those types of jokes and stuff like that.
Like whenever it's a joke, you always push it further. So
say what?
I said whenever there's a joke, you push it further.
Oh, of course. Or whenever there's an opportunity for a joke, I'm going to use it. All day, even before I was a comedian. I was always a comedian, you know what I'm saying? I just discovered I was a comedian in 2014.
Damn.
I always thought you was gonna be the comic, to be honest with you.
Really? I don't even think I'm that funny.
I feel like in the crew, it was kind of like a Living Color. You know how in Living Color, one of the comedians always shine the most. Like at one point, David Riley Greer was the man. At one point, Tommy Davidson was. At one point, Jim Carrey. Yeah. I think like in 92, 93 was Devin time. Devin was the man. I thought you was funny.
I think I was that funny.
I thought you was ridiculously funny. You said it just your voice, like the glasses. He was a character. He was like Kramer.
Yeah, definitely.
It wasn't just your antics. I mean, not your. It wasn't just what you said. It was just you was just this whole strain. You know what I mean? And I used
the round ass glasses and shit.
I used to always make fun of your voice. You know, I used to always talk about, hey man, you ever read X Factor? I used to always, I don't know why I say X Factor, but remember I say that?
I used to always read X Factor. That's right. That makes perfect sense. Shit.
Yeah, man. But we, you know what I'm saying? We came up. Hey, we still here, man. My boy Dev just recently moved down south. Yep. So that's what's up. Hopefully we can do some things as far as comedy and things of that nature. Sometimes how does that feel, that change that you made? You don't gotta have to go into all the details as to why you made the move, but like how does that change of venue feel that you finally, like 41 years, bro? Yeah, 41 years, and now you left Connecticut. How does that feel to be in a different environment, man?
Yeah, actually, you know what? Leaving Connecticut was actually a blessing, man. Because I left. And I don't know nobody down here, nothing like that. But I'm creating opportunities. I'm about to publish my book. Should be publishing my book soon. I'm doing more stuff online as far as my content for my business and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's
I learned a lot down here, so I think it's nothing but opportunities, and I feel good, man. I'm excited.
Are you making relationships, like meeting new people and stuff like that, or?
Well, I haven't yet because when I've tried to like connect and click with people. In the past, the COVID thing got people scared. So you go to people talking like that. Like there's been a couple of times I might stop at a bar, have a beer or something like that, and chat it up with somebody. But there's like a glass window between us or something. Yeah, so it's like everybody's still a little bit standoffish.
This is a tough time to like meet new people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They looking at you. They don't know you from Adam. They don't know what you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So people are more paranoid. But I would still say if they have a poetry spots. Or things that a little comedy club or whatever. Don't be afraid to just go in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even like you're a writer, so I would suggest go to some of these poetry spots and just read some of your stuff on stage. And I think that's a great way to kind of meet people and promote your business as well. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? And you say you're Maryland or Virginia?
I'm Maryland.
You're in Maryland, so just being in Maryland. Are you close to Baltimore?
Nah, I'm like actually I'm not too far from Virginia, not too far from DC. DC is like 15 minutes away.
Oh, so you like right in the DMV area.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But just take advantage of some of the places, or one day take a ride to Baltimore. I don't know how far it is, but just take maybe a couple hours, whatever. Just take that trip, but go to like a classy spot. Don't just go in the hood like where they shot The Wire and stuff like that. But just go out there. You gotta meet some people, man. There's a singer named Todd Rundgren, and he has his song. He has a song. We gotta get you a woman.
You sent me that song. Yo, I love Todd Rundgren. Yeah.
Todd Rundgren is the illest Leroy boy. How about you? He was like Prince before Prince because he was a multi-instrumentalist, and he was very quirky. He had the kind of David Bowie kind of vibe. Like he was like black people respect him a lot. He was on Soul Train and stuff like that.
I know it.
Matter of fact, remember that song by Groove Theory and the Ozzy Brothers? Hello, it's important to me that you know you. Yeah. That's Todd Rundgren. That's his song.
Yeah.
Yep. That's his song, though. Yeah, yo. He had mad soul, but you gotta get you a woman, man. I got myself. Look at me starting. I'm in a. So the crux of this conversation, Devin hit me up. I want to say we're supposed to do this a couple of weeks ago, right? Mm-hmm. And I think, what did you ask? You asked if Boyce Watkins was a simp.
No. I didn't. No, I asked you that the second time.
Okay.
The first time I hit you up, I was sitting in a room.
Yeah.
I was like sad and shit. I hit you up. I was like, come on, let me ask you a question. Am I a simp? Remember that shit?
I remember that.
Yeah, and you was like, yeah, you is kind of a simp, yo. And then it built from there. Then Boyce Watkins got married a little bit after that.
Yeah. So it kind of added to the conversation. Well, before we really go into this, let's see the definition, right?
Yeah.
Hold up. Let's see the definition of what a simp is. So I'm gonna share this screen real quick because I already have it queued up. I'm ready this time. At least I thought I had it queued.
You got a Merriam-Webster definition of simp?
Well, there's a website called the urbandictionary.com.
Okay.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna find it. I always have trouble like navigating this between this and my other windows. Okay, so bam, I got it up. So we're gonna go back here. So we're gonna look at the actual definition of a simp.
Mm-hmm.
So go share screen, Urban Dictionary, and share. All right, so this is the definition of a simp. Hold on, I want to 1 second. Let me see if I can.
Hold on. Perfect definition.
Oh no, I got it. No, I just want to I want to be able to see, like, as I'm looking at this, I still want to see our faces. For some reason, I don't know. I'm having trouble doing this, but if I can't, then whatever. You can see me. You can see me talking or whatever, right? So
yeah, I see the definition. I see everything.
All right. Definition of simp. Someone. Oh shit! It just went away. What the hell?
You just clicked on autism.
Yeah. Someone who does way too much for a person they like. Brian Shoe the simp. I bought her a car and a whole ass house, and we're not even dating. Yeah, it's nothing wrong with doing a lot for a person, but there has to be a mutual, like she has to feel you as much as you, or at least like close to as much as you do. Mm-hmm. So a simp is pretty much somebody that does somebody that does way too much for somebody that doesn't really care about them like that, and they barely know them. Simp, a man who puts the hoes before the bros. I'll put my hoes before the bros. To me, like, that's some gay shit. To be honest with you, like, if it came down to me and Dev having a beer and me making love to my woman, I'm sorry, Dev. We gonna have to take a rain track. So I will always put my woman before the bros. Now, if it's just some thotty or whatever, and I'm just trying to smash and she giving me the run around and stuff like that, then nah. Then no. This is a more longer definition right here. A word that everyone overuses without the correct definition. It means a guy that is overly desperate for women, especially if she is a bad person or has expressed her disinterest in him, whom which he continues to obsess over. They're usually just virgins that will accept coochie from anyone, regardless of who they are. That's real. That's a simp. I agree with that definition as well.
I think to an extent that's a simp, but at the same time, I think with a simp, there's a certain level of degrading yourself and putting somebody else above you. You know what I mean? Like, if you're just sitting at home, like, thinking about somebody you want to smash, that's normal if you were a teenager and you were a virgin.
Yeah. Fact.
So I think that it has to be more specific about, like, their relationship. You got to have a relationship with the person to be a simp. If you're just sitting back and admiring them, like, yeah, I want to smash that so bad, that don't necessarily make you a simp.
That makes you a man. There's nothing wrong. But the problem is when you start going out of your way and doing all these extra, like, nice, good things for her, and the person that barely knows you exist. Like, I remember it was my senior year in high school, and it was this one chick. I really, really, really liked her, and this is when I thought I had a jump shot in basketball, because it was this basketball game, and I just kept making the shot. I won like 12 prizes. There was one girl on the bus that really liked me that I wasn't really feeling, and there was this other mommy that I really liked. So out of the 12 prize, I gave the girl that really liked me one prize, and I gave the chick that didn't really care about me all 12 of them shits.
Damn,
that was a simp move. I think it's flash forward. We wound up going to college together, and we was in some class, and it was like some type of group project that took like 3 or 4 weeks. And I basically did like 2-3 years. I did all her work for her. Still ain't get it. I gotta love her. She mad cool, but still didn't get the. And I'm cool with her husband too. You know, but it's just funny just looking back on that. Still didn't get not even. I think I was still a virgin at the time, but I didn't even get a whiff of the kiss or nothing. You know what I'm saying? But you know, the simp thinks that if I do all these things for this person who barely even knows I exist, that's gonna make them like me. And it's like ultimately, when you get older and you get more wise, you realize that before you put your energy into somebody like that, you got to get chose, man.
Yeah.
You have to get chosen. Like a lot of guys' problems is they're chasing, they're pursuing, but like if you allow yourself to get chosen, if you notice the people that really notice you, that's giving you energy, then you can't lose because she chose you. And the thing is, if you're not getting chosen, then that gives you the time and opportunity to work on yourself.
Exactly.
Because you don't have the distraction of because I got a girlfriend and stuff like that, but there's time, it's energy, it's effort, and it can be a distraction from different creative endeavors and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. So sometimes if you ain't getting no play, that's the perfect opportunity to just kind of focus and concentrate on yourself, man.
Exactly. And the thing about it is that I realized over the years, you can't convince nobody to do shit. If a female meets you and she click instantaneously, like, okay, he's attractive, then you can take the step to try to smash.
Yes.
If a chick ain't feeling you, you never gonna change her mind, no matter what the hell you do. You can try your damn best, but if she ain't feeling you, if the energy not feeling you, you can't convince her.
Right. All right. This is the last definition. I think Tommy Sotomayor invented this definition, but it's funny. Mm-hmm. Suckers idolizing mediocre pussy.
Yeah, he did.
Some male who will do anything for a little bit of play from a female. Mm-hmm. He usually chasing around a female who not even worth the time. Now, okay, so I'm gonna shut this. I'm gonna shut this share down. Stop the share. Okay, we back. So that's
okay.
Go. No, you go ahead.
No, I'm about to say that's actually an important part. The last part we said it's not even worth the time. I think that's a real big part of simping. Yeah. When you going way out your way for somebody who's mediocre, you treat her like she's that's a really important part. You treat her like she's the greatest thing in the world, and then she's really not even really all that like that.
And then I think a lot of cats don't even realize it, but it even kind of relates to when we was talking about drinking alcohol and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like all the energy and time that you put into somebody that has no interest in you. Imagine if you cut half of that time putting it to somebody that potentially was, or to like a creative endeavor or something like that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And this finite existence, we only have a limited amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But a lot of us, we just put so much time into things as if we think we're gonna live forever, man. You know what I mean? So like I just have a low tolerance for BS, especially the older I get. See, when we was 20, 18, 19, a chick could give us the run around 2 or 3 years. Yep. You still young and still a chick. You 19, a chick can give you the run around for 10 years. Mm-hmm. You still handsome. You still ain't 30. Yeah. We don't got the time for the run around no more, bro.
No, absolutely not.
We don't like 41. Like, trust me, I had a midlife crisis. Like I think it was like the beginning of 2020, mm-hmm. and I was 40. I just turned 41. I'm like, damn, I'm not married. I don't got the kind of money I'm saved up. I don't like my living. I just started like freaking just like wigging out, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it kind of like lit a fire under me as far as like pushing this comedy more, doing podcasts and things of that nature. Because it's like, yo, I can't just keep putting time into all these bullshit situations and wasting time. And pretty soon, 50 right around the corner, bro.
Right around the corner.
Look how fast, like 10 years go by. 10 years seem like it was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Super quick.
You gotta make the most of that time. And if you just out here just simping, worrying about people that's not worried about you or people that undervalue you, pretty soon you look up, you're 50 years old with not much to show for it. It's a song I did back in the days called FAB, Fake Ass Bitches. Mm-hmm. And I wrote that when I was like 22. And I said, I hate bitches and tricksters, hoes, mothers, aunts, and sisters. But basically I said, give her a little bit. I think it said, accept debt and aggravation. That's pretty much the only thing you're gonna get from these hoes, debt and aggravation. Mm-hmm. Like ultimately, you know what I'm saying? So you spending all this money on chicks. You might smash occasionally, and then sometimes when you get it, not even really all that. Yeah, your mind plays tricks on you. Like your mind perceives that it's going to be something greater than what it actually is. Rarely is the sexual experience as great as your mind imagines it.
Nah, I can't say that.
Or put it this way, great. All right. Let me change the word. Rarely is it exactly what you thought it was going to be.
That's true.
That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because you might think somebody average and it could be outstanding and vice versa. But but it never quite 100% matches up to what you thought it was going to be.
That's true. The reality and the fantasy a lot of times be very different. You're right about that.
But that's a part of it. Perception is like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I pick this cup, this glass is heavy, but my mind already perceived it was heavy when I grabbed it. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason it was light. I like jerk it. You ever see like an empty box? Mm-hmm. Or a box, you think something's in it, and like you assume it's heavy. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Your mind actually like perceives things before you actually do it. It's kind of wild how to, and that even works with sex and relationships and all those types of things. But as far as simps, we both were simps. You know what I'm saying? We both chased after chicks. We both got played.
Yeah. Let me ask this question real quick.
Go ahead. Question away.
What's the chick that you simped over and you look back at her like I'm simping over you?
I still love her to this day. Like I never got over her.
No, but I mean, if you look at her, you feel
of course,
like she's like not attractive
from a physical standpoint. She's not that attractive.
Mm-hmm.
The person that she married isn't attractive. They're just two ugly people. Like I'm stressing over ugly people. That's crazy. But when I was going through like a lot of my drama in my life, she was the person that was there. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like a Florence Nightingale, Nightingale type of syndrome. Like whenever like you go through something like very, very traumatic, and you're having sex with somebody, or you just have some type of connection with somebody, you're always going to associate those feelings with that person, even though it has nothing to do with them. That person just happened to be there. Just like if you was in love, like certain songs, right, may remind you of somebody because that's who you was dealing with. Like this person that I was in love with, I can remember almost any song that was hot in 2002. It just reminds me of her because that's the time that we were spending together. You know what I'm saying? But I look back on it. She used to berate me, belittle me. You know what I'm saying? She was an asshole. Just use me for sex. I was 22, so she got and she was a few years older than me, so she got my youth, my energy, and all that. You know, and I'm not mad about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad. I look back on it, and sometimes I wish it would have been different. But then I look at how she looks, and I'm like, I'm kind of glad it didn't. But in my mind, I still loved her, even beyond her shell. I remember I took her to a barbershop, right? And you know, say she was big titty stuff like told me the story, big titty stuff like that. Whatever, like she had attractive things about her, but she had things that was kind of wrong, whatever, fucked up. Anyway, I went to the barbershop next week, and Deuce is like, "Yo, man, no, it's your girl, but like, why you bring that cherry case in here, man?" And I was like, "It's not about the looks, B." and then, for like a month, they just kept saying that it's not about the looks, B. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna buy her kid a bedroom set and helping her move, all kinds of stuff. Dolo, 22. Like my brother's first or second child passed away at childbirth.
Oh shit!
And but the same day that it was the funeral was the day that I promised to help her move. So I wasn't able to go to. I didn't go to the funeral, but I went to the wake. I forget how I did it. I think I went to I was able to do both. But the thing is, it's like. My brother was going through something. That bitch should have been in the back burner. Like, you know what? We got to do something. My brother's going through a crisis. But I was so effed up in the head about this chick that I made time for both of them. And my brother was pissed, and rightfully so. He was mad at me about that stuff. Rightfully so. Even though we still did a compromise or whatever. But it should have never been a compromise. It should have been like, yo, babe, like somebody, there's a death in the family. We got to do this tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But and now that I look back on it, she was heartless. She didn't even care.
Damn.
She didn't even say sorry that your family going through this. It was like, yo, help me move this refrigerator, you little nigga. Because I was like 170 pounds. I was sexy, boy. Wee. I was strong.
I went through something mad similar with this chick I used to talk to in New Britain. She was like a little slimmy with a little body or whatever.
It's funny. This chick was from New Britain too. Hopefully, ain't the same chick. No,
I ain't the same chick.
Was she Puerto Rican though?
Nah.
Oh, really? Okay.
She was like a real light skinned black chick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I remember like I was chilling with her a little bit on and off, but she wasn't messing with me like that. Like, made out and whatever, but she was never really rocking with me like that. I remember one time I helped her move, like pretty much dolo. Her mother couldn't do nothing. She had 3 kids from some dude who was locked up.
And we was young and strong back then, so we could do that.
Yeah, I helped her move. This is like the 3rd longest move. I helped her move for like 8 hours straight overnight. Everything.
Oh my God.
Everything. And nowhere near. I tried to smash once. One time I was about to smash, but
she supposed to give you the buns on some GP because of that.
But bro. She tried to give me the buns, but it's like her kids was in the bed with us and junk. She was still trying to get popping. I'm like, man,
you ain't never had a threesome with the baby in the bed?
Hell no.
I did that before. This one white chick.
I can't do that. Nah.
This one I was hitting it, like the baby just kept rolling over. We kept pushing him away. He kept rolling over in the bed. The funny thing is, like, I know the kids as adults now.
Oh, word?
That's insane.
I wonder if that traumatized them.
I don't know. I know one of them is gay now, though, but But go ahead. So finish the story. I'm sorry.
No, I was basically saying, like, I was trying to smash one time. I went over there.
Yeah.
But like she had one of the wild families. So like her brother had just got locked up that night.
Yeah.
Her babysitter had like, she said she had a babysitter, but then the babysitter didn't show up or whatever.
Right.
So I'm chilling with her. She like asked me for money to bail her brother out of jail. I gave her like my last $50 or some dumb shit. She should have raised it. So I gave her my last $50. I caught the bus out there to where she was at. I ain't had no car. So I was gonna have to like scrape together some change to catch the bus back or just walk back to Hartford from New Britain. And
we did that before. Have you ever done that? Walk from New Britain?
Not from New Britain, from like, I think I walked from West Hartford to East Hartford one time.
Damn. It took like what, 3 hours, 4 hours?
It took a long ass. I can't even remember how long it took.
And you used to stay walking.
Yeah,
it made no sense. You walked for so many years, but you still was fat though. Like, You know what? It probably could be the diabetes though.
It's the beer consumption. That's really what it was.
Yeah. You know, I just found out I'm type 2 diabetic.
Oh, word? You got to the pill?
Oh no. My levels are so low that he actually said diabetes is my friend. He said, because I'm still like, for my last doctor visit, I'm down 6 pounds. Uh-huh. So he said, you're doing all the right things, but he said at this point, it's like in your DNA. Like there's nothing you can do about it, but just stay eating your veggies, keep your carbs and your sugar low, and just work out, which is what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're type 1. That's where you got to take the shot and all that.
Yeah, all that dumb shit.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was teetering, and like eating pints of ice cream and stuff like that definitely don't help. Yeah. But I've been working out two times a day, and I'm on all kinds of medication though. Like I take cholesterol pills, I take high blood pressure. I mean, we 40, we overweight. It just comes with the territory. It is what it is, man.
Matter of fact, like it's an old man conversation. They try to put me on cholesterol pills, but I remember that year I had stopped drinking for like a year. Yeah. I started eating mad. I was a vegetarian and everything like that. That helped me so that my cholesterol lowered itself. I didn't need medication. So
ultimately you don't need it.
Yeah, whatever I can think of how I can change it without the medication, I'd rather try it the natural way.
Right.
I'm really trying to I'm about to become a vegetarian again, start doing that the right way this time, and see if it'll help a lot of like my high blood pressure and shit.
With me, what I'm trying to do is trying to do like less processed food and cook more. Yeah. Like what I do every morning, like I'm a simple person. If I like a specific meal, I'll eat the same thing every day. So every morning I always I do like a stir fry of asparagus, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli. I saute it up with some butter, crumple up some bacon, give it like a little, and that's pretty much it. I'll do like a fried egg, a couple sausages, maybe like one piece of toast, or some days I won't do it at all. But basically you just have to, if you eat more veggies, you could do the meat and all that stuff, but the point is to eat more veggies more than anything.
Yeah, right.
Eat more veggies and more veggies and more fruits. Your veggies and your fruit servings should be much more than like your meat and like your bread and stuff. And if you do that, you'll pretty much be okay. Honestly, I mean, like as far as from a sexual standpoint, stuff has been way better. I don't get cramps or Charlie horses no more, so I know I'm improving. When I go to the bathroom, it's like smooth. Like not to get too personal, but I mean this is real stuff that we're dealing with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like let's get back to the SIMP conversation.
We're gonna get back to it. We're gonna get back to it.
We're gonna get back to it. Another path here.
No, because we talked about just being young and being strong, and like basically, I got this. So like a lot of our youth was used in pursuing these youth and our strength and our health was used like towards simping. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But the sad thing is, a lot of it. But the sad thing is when some of these like simps, they get curved by like their high school sweethearts, and their high school sweethearts, they marry a dope boy or have babies by the dope boy. And then at 25, 30 years later, they come back into your life and you're all successful. You're a millionaire. And just like the song by the Average White Band, pick up the pieces. You know what I'm saying? Yep. You're picking up the pieces from somebody that totally disregarded you in your youth when you was young and strong and ambitious and beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And they were gorgeous, and now they're shells of their former selves. And actually, men, we actually age better than women do. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as like success and thing, like our financial peak, they say is at like 45 years old. Like men start to look more handsome. We get the salt and pepper, you know what I'm saying? Like working out and stuff like that. Some women do too, but it's more of a struggle for them. But anyway, the chick that curved us, now that we're millionaires, we 45, we on our player stage. Now they want us to take care of their kids. And if you choose to do that, that's well and good. But I feel like if you really, really work hard, you don't work hard in life to just fuck with your cryogenic crush. Meaning she kept you frozen for 30 years. She kept
he
you
came back
frozen.
from the dead. Yeah,
Came back from the dead. But the thing is, she kept aging. Your feelings is still young. Her body ain't. Her physical ain't. She got 3 or 4 kids. The kids don't even like you. Baby daddy might be on some hater stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And I was thinking about how that's one of the major issues that I have is the fact that it's always up to the nice guy to save the day. You know what I mean? I was saying it's always up to the nice guy to save the day. Everybody just fuck up. Everybody just have babies whenever they want. Everybody get high, catch venereal diseases. And at the end of the day, y'all done had y'all fun and got y'all kids and went through all y'all drama and had all that shit happen to you. All of a sudden, we want to look for a nice guy to hold you up and take care of you. And I'm like, yo, that's crazy as shit.
That's crazy. And it's especially this is a phenomenon I see in the Black community. There's this big stigma because they always try to say it takes a village to raise a child. I understand it takes a village, but there's a huge stigma. Like if a single man who doesn't have kids says that, you know what, I'd rather not deal with a single mother because I want to start my own family. He gets attacked. He gets all kinds of drama. You know what I'm saying? He gets all kinds of flack and pushback. But what about the guy that left his kids though?
Yeah, the dude that leave his kids, that nigga don't get no beef.
He don't get no beef. They say deadbeat or whatever, but you can go on one of these Black Facebook groups and then you'll see way more people getting at dudes that say they would rather not date with a single mom. But after a while, it does get redundant and repetitive to constantly talk about what you don't want to date. You know what I'm saying? It does, and I get that, but I just see way more smoke for the dude that wants to start his own family, but nobody ain't talking about the dude that was irresponsible in the first place and just left it. Nobody's talking about her choosing the wrong dudes. It's always like pick up the piece. We always got to pick up the pieces, man. Always, man.
If it's shooting and killing in the streets, they expect a nice guy to be the one to organize some shit and stop the kids from gang banging. If it's some crazy shit going on with drugs, a nice guy's got to organize and address the drug issue in the community. If it's kids getting pregnant, nice guys got to solve that shit. Like the nice guys got to save the goddamn planet while everybody else just enjoying themselves.
It always come down to the nice guy to be responsible, and if that's their place in the universe, I mean, I guess. But I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna call bullshit. But the crazy thing is like the whole Russell Wilson situation. You know, Russell Wilson married Sierra. Sierra, her baby daddy's Future. Russell Wilson took Future's kid.
Just that sentence in and of itself just sounds crazy. Yeah, her baby daddy's Future. That just sounds crazy. Like, why the fuck you choose that nigga?
Yo, Russell Wilson treated Future's son like his own. But here's the crazy thing. In the Black community, we always say, yeah, you know, man, these dudes need to step it up and be a stepfather. He need to be a stepfather. Russell Wilson was getting mad flack for showing a stepfather, for being a stepfather towards his kid, because he putting on his jersey, he holding him and stuff like that. Well, I know that's Future kid, but he's taking care of him. He's a multimillionaire. And he's being good to him. Like, why is that a bad thing? But he was so, we shame our people for stepping up and being a stepfather. But then we shame our people for not stepping up and being a stepfather. Like some of our people are so psychotic and it doesn't
like shame has become a fundamental part of the Black psyche in America, man, unfortunately.
And to an extent, you know what I'm saying? Some people are responsive to shame. Some people need that. But it's just a matter of knowing like who's receptive to it and who isn't. But
and who don't deserve it.
It's just we all over the place. Is Russell Wilson a simp? I mean, he chose to marry her. He's taking care of the kids. They've been together for a few years now. I think it's a simp situation if she's not like reciprocating the energy that you're giving her. Yes, he's a multimillionaire. Yes, he can find a better woman that doesn't have kids or whatever. But if that was like his childhood crush, like he always, because I think she's a few years older than him. If he's always loved Sierra and he finally got her, and she got a baby by a millionaire. She don't got a baby by no bum. Right. I can't really call Russell. He wifed her. He wifed her up. I think they didn't have sex till they got married. They decided to make, so they say, you know what I'm saying? But they decided to make a pact. I don't really see that situation as a simp.
Okay. So that's okay, good.
More of a simp was like Rob Kardashian. With Black China.
Yeah.
She basically used him for his sperm so she could have a Kardashian baby and then kick him to the curb. That's a simp. And then he basically stopped working out and he became the fat Kardashian. Like they hate him because he's fat now.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you look like if Rob Kardashian was a black man, he looked just like you. You got the fade and everything, man. The face.
Why Rob Kardashian fat? Hold on, let me look Holmes up real quick.
Yeah, go. You can look at Rob Kardashian. You kind of look like Holmes, man. Floyd Mayweather about to fight Logan Paul, whatever.
They fight yet? Shit.
Oh no, they're going
Rob
to the ring right
Kardashian.
You see him?
Yeah.
That's you, yo.
Hell nah, yeah. Going back to the Russell Wilson situation. Now,
yeah, go ahead.
I think a part of something that they're not really talking about is having unrealistic expectations of the situation. Because her ex, nothing like this dude.
Nothing.
I think, and maybe it's just me, I think that could be a red flag. Because usually females have a type. Like a lot of times, if a female date a dude like Future, I think she's always a part of her is always gonna want that element. Whatever element he got, it's part of her always want that element. And you're the exact opposite of him. Now, if he was a little similar, if he was different from him, kind of similar but different from him, I could understand her making that switch. But to go from a dude like Future, cool dude, dreads, bad boy, you know, drinking lean Percocet and shit,
to like Tiger Woods Jr.
Yeah, dudes like Tiger Woods Jr. That's such a huge leap. I wonder if is she really into him? You gotta ask that question because he's the exact opposite. Now I understand when females get their heart broke, they go for the opposite guy, but a lot of times that's temporary though. Yeah. If you're a rebound, that's temporary. If she's seeking refuge in a nice guy, that's temporary. They probably really truly love each other. They
do. Like they've been I think almost like 5 years. They've been they seem genuinely happy. You don't see her like fighting on some Jada Pinkett stuff like in social media or J-Lo. She's very humble and quiet. You know what I mean? I think in the beginning they were doing like the naked photos. That was out of pocket. When she did the new photo shoot with the new husband with the old baby, you know what I'm saying? Like that was she was clout chasing a little something then. But
I don't like that shock value shit.
Yeah, but since then, man, I guess it remains to be seen. I could see why people would say he's a simp. It's because like why wife up Future's baby mama? But they are millionaires. Like so that's a whole different league. That's a whole different echelon. True. You know what I'm saying? Both of them cats got more money, you know what I'm saying, than you and I will probably ever see. You know what I'm saying? So that is different. The Boyce Watkins situation, man. Like basically, and I have the proposal. It's only 3 minutes. I'm gonna play it for you. Okay. Boyce Watkins, like I guess he was this was like 29. Boyce Watkins is like 51 or something like that. So like maybe I think when he was 22 when he was in grad school, he was really in love with this red bone chick, and for whatever reason, I think she curved him, but now he's trying to spin it like he curved her. But this dude was crying.
I know that.
He trying to spin it the other way, because Minister Jap was getting at home. Minister Jap did like 2-3 hour videos.
I think he did like 3 of them. I was like, what the hell?
And admit they were very entertaining.
Absolutely. And I respect Boyce Watkins.
It's funny.
Still funny.
Minister Jap straight up said, I like Boyce Watkins. Because sometimes he sounds real simpy, but I find myself listening to Boyce all the time. So it's like, I must not hate him because I always listen to him, and he has great advice.
He's a reasonable person. He's
very, very much so. But anyway,
do shit for the black community, all that. So
yeah, for sure. But anyway, he Boyce Watkins, he was in love with this chick back in the day. She curved him, got married, have a couple kids, whatever. 29 years later, he's Boyce worth $8 million. You know what I'm saying? She's okay for like an older lady, but she don't look the way she looked 25, 20. No, nobody looks the way he looked 29 years ago. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? She's just like an older black, but he's an older black dude. But it's like if I'm 8 million, right? And you got me crying, you got me like my crush in a cryo chamber. You know what I'm saying? And you finally let it out. The crush didn't age, but you did. I'm like, no, I want somebody fine. I could get some. Matter of fact, you got a daughter, your daughter 22, 23. But anyway, he got on his knees and he's like, I love you for so much. And would you just please? And then she didn't say yes immediately.
Yeah, she's like, you're really something, boy.
She's like, we're gonna play the video. Matter of fact, let's play this video. Let's do this play-by. Let's do the play-by-play.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The video go, oh, where is that? Where's my YouTube? Oh shit. This is the only part that I suck at with this producing, man. I'm horrible. Okay, I got the
so when you edit it, you can make this shit smooth as hell. You ain't gotta explain nothing.
I could, but I'm probably not. Okay. That editing is a beast. All right, so now I'm gonna do the screen share once again. Oh, there you go. So we're gonna watch this debacle real quick. We're gonna look at body language everything. So this is Boyce Watkins with his fanny packs on, proposing to his elderly light-skinned life. Bam, here we go.
Is that this is where I met this pretty lady 26 years ago, and we're right there in that cafeteria, and I saw her across a crowded room. Literally, I remember that very moment, and I looked across the room and I said, "Oh my gosh, that is a pretty lady." And I went and I sat down and talked to her.
Yo, look at her. You see how she look? Does she look excited?
Nah.
Does she look happy about this shit? Look at him. He all fruity and happy.
She's not looking at him at all.
She like, wait, like, come on, let's go. All right.
Give me the most radiant, beautiful smile, and her name was Alicia Taylor. And I said, well, and I said, my grandmother's name is Felicia Taylor. And then it's
boo.
You asked me where I was from. I said, I'm from Louisville. You said, oh, I grew up in Louisville.
No, you know what? No cap though. She cute though. I ain't going to start and act like
she is.
She's attractive. She's attractive.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She a little withered. She a little Bill Withers, but she attractive. Lovely day. Lovely day. Lovely day.
And because your dad used to teach there.
She cute.
And then it turned out we were both Geminis, and
this sound like the shit that the bitch would be saying.
Yo, he's gushing, like he's literally gushing.
Yeah, he sound like something like, oh my god, and he had these shoes on, and like she was just looking at me, had this twinkle in my eye, like, bro.
Yeah.
And he got on a fanny pack. How you gonna have the fanny pack on and the Black Panther shirt? That's a paradox. All right, but let's continue.
A bunch of other. Oh, and then you had, I guess, I said, are you from Gary? He said, how did you know? Even though I would just guess Gary.
Yo, she looked like she don't remember none of this.
None of this stuff. Look at her. And this dude, he knew he was from Gary because he was stalking that chick, man, back in the day. This dude was in her bushes, man.
I remember talking to you and how kind you were, how sweet you were, and I also remember when I saw you, how pretty I think you were walking out.
Yo, she got the poker face. Yo, if she was playing poker, man, you could have a straight flush, a royal flush, and she could have nothing. And she'll make you fold your hand, man. She'll win the whole pot right now. Her face is stone cold Steve Austin, man. Just
no smile, no
nothing. This I don't like, because you know both of me and you are both empaths, and we can like kind of vibe energy. And the energy, it seemed like it's all him, but nothing else. She just like, even the way she holding him, he like cuffing her. She like, you know what I'm saying? She kind of like pulling away a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Like,
and you look at the hand on her hip, like she almost agitated. Like,
yeah, exactly. Like, come on, man, what you doing? All right, let's go. It's almost over.
Yeah.
And we went upstairs to the 4th floor in this building.
We have to go up there.
Yes, and she had a bunch of Starbursts. It wasn't Skittles.
It was Starburst. That's what
yes, and I was thinking,
ooh,
how does she eat all this candy while she's studying? The sugar has to be like overwhelming. So check this out, man. Check this out, brother. So
one thing about Boyce, though. One thing about Boyce, he's very clearly a nerd.
Yeah, of course.
Just put that right on out there. I love the guy. He
got no swag, socially awkward, but to his credit, he admits that he's socially awkward. He said that one of the reasons why he loves her is because she's like outgoing. She's like the life of the party. He's kind of goofy. So he admits that. That's something that he admits. Mm-hmm. But let's continue. Let's see how she's not excited. Like, even a woman, they could kind of tell when you're about to propose. Mm-hmm. She don't even know. She don't know what the hell going on. She just simping right now. But go ahead.
Home, and I wrote in my journal, and I still have.
This nigga got a diary, man. He had a journal. Remember, Minister Jab was talking about you got a journal, and he was calling it a journal at first, but then he started calling it a diary. He got a diary and a fanny. Yo, you know, no hate, Boyce Watkins. We just clown him. We just being silly. You never probably going to see this, but you know, say much respect to you and your love. But yo, we just got to call it how we see it. We could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this thing works, but we're going to finish watching this ridiculous proposal.
These written down. I wrote, today I met the most beautiful woman in the world. And so here it is 20 some years later, and I still think you're the most beautiful woman in the world. And so I thought that it would be cool to come to this very spot where I first met you.
Yes.
And get on my knee
Oh, Boyce.
and say, Alicia.
Boo.
Hey, woman clock.
Okay, let's see this reaction.
I have, I love you so much.
Yo, I mean to pause it, but she looks so phony when she put her hand on her chest, and she's just like,
It looks like when somebody will offer you something to eat you don't want, you be like, rather not.
that's like, yes, I love liver and onions with birch beer. Yeah, I really.
I love pig feet soaked in vinegar.
Yeah, I love chitlin ice cream. I'll try it.
It said chitlin ice cream.
I first met you.
This motherfucker turned to Terrence Howard. He's like, listen, man, I've been seeing you for a long time, and I want to make love to you, and you can be my wife for the hold on, I gotta run that back just a tad. Because his voice started quivering and shit. Now, this is the guy that apparently curved her. Does he sound like he curved her 22 years ago?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
All right, here you go.
Since I first met you,
Hold on, back a little bit more.
I've loved you so much since I first met you.
Yeah, he didn't curve her. He said, I love you since I first met you.
Right.
That's
But
not no curve.
he tried to change the narrative, though. Like when he was trying to get at Minister Jap, he was trying to change the narrative like he curved her. Hell no. And real quick, on my Instagram and on my Facebook, I'm having a conversation with the homie Devin, every cipher McCrorey. I think what's your name on Instagram?
Instagram is my business name, the Wellness Initiative. But you can just say Devin McCrorey.
Devin McCrorey, because I want them to know who I'm talking to.
I got you.
It's a one-sided conversation right now. You guys only see me, but when I rebroadcast this on my YouTube, I will definitely share the links in my Facebook and in my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And we just talking about simps, and we watching Boyce Watkins have the most simpiest proposal I've ever seen in history. Well, let's go.
Rough.
You are sunshine for me. And nothing has ever touched my soul the way you have. And
Never touched his soul the way he has, but she has, but he curved her. Okay,
Yeah,
you're right.
yeah.
and I'd like to ask if I'd like to go back in time and do what I wish I could have did back then and say, will you marry me?
Now, how long does it take before somebody says yes? So we're gonna count the seconds. We
Okay.
had 2:21, so we're going. One.
And I guess, and I want to make sure I did it right. So,
Whoa. Boyce.
11.
Something.
So I thought that the place that I first met you 26 years ago
18,
would be the
19,
place to
20. Now it's been 20 seconds since he proposed to her. She says nothing. All
Yeah.
she said was, "You are something, Boyce."
Wow.
It reminds me. You ever see that movie, The Ringer?
No, I never seen that. shit.
It was this one handicapped dude. Like when they figured out Johnny Knoxville was handicapped, he said, "I knew you was acting." No, he said, "I knew you was a handicap. I've seen better acting in pornos." All right, so let's go. So it's been 20 seconds. She ain't say nothing yet.
So I think
26,
you're supposed to say
27,
yes.
28, 29.
So he prompted her to say yes,
Yo,
and then she said
the
absolutely.
wild shit is,
So I think
she never said
you're
yes.
supposed to say yes.
She said absolutely.
I didn't even realize it. She never said yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yo, I think they get married in July, or did they get married already?
No,
I'm
they
not
got
sure.
married already. They already have it.
Okay.
I already have it.
But yo, that's crazy. She never, not only it took 30 seconds for her to say something, and she only said something because I said, I think this is the place where you're supposed to say yes, man.
Supposed to say yes, man.
I think this is the place, man. I can't stand what you do.
Now,
So
let me ask this question: Was
that's
they
what.
was they dating? Because it don't seem like they. Okay.
If you follow them, they was they was doing like they was broadcasting together and stuff like that. I don't know how long it's been since they reconnected, but they've been dating for a while. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just like right around the corner or whatever. It wasn't just like on some serendipity shit, yo. I'm looking at Floyd Mayweather. This cat got like a hair transplant. This cat got hair. This is freaking hilarious, man. But anyway,
do whatever you want.
But it was a simp move or whatever. But ultimately, he has to live his life. If that's what he's happy with, that's cool. But it just sends a bad message to like a young, successful like Black entrepreneurs that think like that's it's not really okay. But basically, you can have much better. You don't have to wait 30 years for the love of your life, man. Especially like if you're successful, or you don't have to get an older person like when you're older. You know what I mean? If you're trying to have your own family, have your own kids and stuff like that, you don't have to do that, man. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Well, let me play devil's advocate. Let me play the opposite. Now, do you think that people are being a little too apocalyptic with it? Because a lot of people are saying it's bad for successful young Black men to see that. It's a bad example. You shouldn't be doing that. They're talking to him in like almost moralistic terms, like he did something wrong. I mean, all he really did, he's a successful Black man who
he married somebody that he wanted. Yeah,
that's all he really did.
I mean, you got to respect him, because a lot of us don't even marry at all. A lot of us just smashing thoughts. So give the brother respect for just, you know what I'm saying, making that commitment. So it's just, people are looking at it from the outside. If you have so much, why would you settle for something like that? But ultimately, who a person chooses, it's not really for you to understand.
Yeah, true.
Ultimately, it's their own choice. You could look at it as a cautionary tale. Like, when I have mines, I'm not going to do that. And that's it. And we just live in cancel culture. We live in like a real judgmental society. So that it's always going to be like that, yo. The internet made everybody perfect, and it made everybody flawless, and it gave everybody a voice to just like shit on other people. That's pretty much what it is. So I mean, I joked around. I made some jokes towards Boyce, but I got nothing but love. If he's happy, even if she's on some, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, bump it. I'm 50 years old. He is the prize for her. He is the prize, because how many 50-year-old women is going to find somebody worth $8 million that's willing to be stepfathers to their kids and take care of them?
True. Now, looking at the body language, you see the body language as a red flag. What does that mean for the relationship?
Yeah. Yes. Things could change though. The whole concept of being in love with marriage is a relatively new concept. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like in ancient times, and like in India and China and stuff like that, there was like arranged marriages. There was no love. You just, I have these resources, your family has these resources, let's bring these together. And if something comes out of it, it comes out of it. But really it was a business thing more than anything. So it's just like, if you're not in love with somebody, but it makes sense from a business standpoint, like Kevin Samuel says, a lot of times Black people, we focus too much on love. When we should start looking at it as a business. Yes, love is important, but like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you trying to like form this financial union with somebody, so that at the end of your life, you guys could take care of each other.
Yeah, true.
And you don't die alone, as Kevin Samuel said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just give him respect for making a commitment. He definitely could. He with that type of money, he could have got somebody just as attractive as her, younger, with no kids. He could have got that.
But maybe, like you say, he's socially awkward. Looking at this, it seemed like he's not gamed up. He seemed kind of you know, he seemed like a guy like I was, who wears his heart on his sleeve. Yeah, you ain't nothing like that no more. You're like a totally different dude now. That's crazy. A little bit. Yeah. He seemed like the kind of person who wears his heart on his sleeve, and maybe he just looking for somebody he feels safe with. Because if you're an emotionally vulnerable person, you know, marrying one of these young chicks is hot in the pants, man.
Yeah. She might take him to the cleaners. You know what I'm saying? Even more.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's familiar with her. He's comfortable with her. So I mean, from a logical standpoint, I get it. I just think a lot of people, with this whole high value, this whole high value rhetoric and having money and just choosing beautiful young women. That's just, it's a society right now. It's very, very superficial. You know what I'm saying? So they see somebody like that, and he is preachy, and he can be judgmental. So it's like when he writes something up, he's like, "Yo, what you doing, man? You talk about investments, and you talking about assets and all this stuff."
I see that.
And then how, what I'm saying? You supposed to have the baddest, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
I see that.
He don't got swag like that anyway. So it kind of makes sense for somebody like him, like you said, to settle for somebody like that because he ain't that swagged out anyway. And it's like a young chick, like you were saying, would probably take him to the cleaners anyway. You know what I mean? And
then this shows too the real impact of Kevin Samuels.
Yeah,
this shows his real impact because he got everybody thinking she's supposed to be 25, 150.
Yeah,
everybody memorized Kevin Samuels shit to the point
stats to a point. Yeah.
So they're looking at that like, nah, that was like what Kevin Samuels said. We ain't fucking with it. You feel me? Because
right.
He got that much power. That's crazy. I just realized that.
Kevin Samuels is on some. His influence is so strong. It's kind of scary, yo.
Yeah.
He has great leadership qualities. He just did Vlad TV. He's starting to go more mainstream. But the great thing about Kevin is that he doesn't he attacks the topic. He gives advice, but he doesn't attack individuals. He doesn't attack individuals because if you attack individual YouTubers, what happens is you'll have their audience messing up your shit, calling up your family, doxing you, figuring out your information. So he doesn't entertain that. So, but yeah, man, Kevin. He got us all. Kevin, I'm honestly Kevin Samuels. I dress a lot better now because of it. He said one really important thing to me. He said that stood out to me. Every time you leave the house, how you dress and present yourself, it's an advertisement. You know what I'm saying? It's a representation of who you are. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to be seen in a certain light, you have to carry yourself and care about your appearance. Not saying you got to be suited and booted, but like I always got like some clean sneakers on, a nice t-shirt. Do a little chain like the watch, you know what I mean? Like he got me thinking on a level. He was like, as far as just and part of that, just being in shape, working out, eating better. I'm not saying Kevin Samuels is the reason why I'm dating somebody right now, but like listening to his tutelage and applying those things to my life, I think made it easier for me to date somebody because I feel a lot better about myself. A lot of times. We won't even try to talk to individuals because we don't feel good about ourselves. We don't feel like we're worth it. We don't feel like we're worth it. So it's like he has a lot to do with like my mindset as far as just being like more comfortable, more at ease, more confident, more positive. Just listening and a lot of stuff that he says is things that I knew already, but it's just good to kind of be refreshed and hear it again and see how you putting it down and how so many people was calling him and listening to him and stuff like that. So yeah, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, definitely. But is Boyce a simp? Yes. Yes, and he calls himself that too.
Right.
But you still, you know what I'm saying, whether you marry a black woman with kids or without, there's so many of us that don't have the balls to just make a commitment with a black woman. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Very true.
So whether she have children or not, I mean, sometimes that's going to happen. I don't advise a person that's successful without kids to marry somebody with kids, especially if they curved them for like 30 years.
Yeah, let's talk about that aspect of it. Let's talk about the curving aspect. Like, is there any females who curved you back in the day? If you seen them now, you'd be like, you know what? I might forgive you for that.
Yeah, it's a couple of them. It's a couple of them that still look attractive to this day. I'm not saying I would marry them, but I definitely clap them cakes. Rough too, like no love, because I'm mad. You ain't let me hit it for 30 years. We gotta take out slavery on the booty. You know what I'm saying? Like but it's a couple of them. But as far as wife, nah, there's nobody that. The one chick I still have love with to this day, like from like between 2000 and 2002. But I know the only reason why I felt the way I felt about her is because I was going through a crisis, and she was the person that I was having sex with at that time during that crisis time of my life.
Right.
So I'm logical enough to know that that's not real. You know what I'm saying? Like you can they say you should never rationalize why you should date somebody, but use those same skills of rationalization as to why you shouldn't be with somebody. Because you could really be, I could be connected with this girl and I could really love her and stuff like that. But she got the baby daddy in the halfway house. She do coke. You know what I'm saying? Her kid's bad as shit. But I'm really attracted to her. The logic would tell me, listen, she do coke. She might steal something from you. Her kids might get you in trouble. The baby daddy might shoot you. The logic, tells you to get out of that situation, right? But you never use the logic like, she's not that pretty, but her ass is fat and she cooks for me. Like, no. You should never rationalize why to be with somebody. You only use those skills if it's a potential situation that's bad for you, but you're all googly eyed, but you got to sit down and have a powwow with yourself and give yourself the bullet points as to why not to be with that person.
Right.
That's when you use the logic. Never logicize to get in, only logicize to get out.
Yeah, that makes sense. That definitely makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think back. On chicks I knew back in the day. Because I got dissed by a lot of chicks. Damn. But
you ain't really start talking to chicks that heavy until later in life. I was getting dissed.
Yeah, I was a dweeb. I was a straight dweeb when I was young.
Like, when you lost your virginity, I lost mine at 19.
Yeah, mine too, at 19.
Yeah. 19, when I got to college. Once I got away from the JWs, man. Once I got away from they stronghold influence, I started getting them booty cheeks.
Yeah.
And then it was all downhill from there. But anybody you can think of that you was really in love with that, you know what I'm saying, that could probably get you again if they came back into your life with some Boyce Watkins?
Honestly, nah, I gotta say negative to that chat. Because a lot of the chicks that I'm trying to get with over the years, they didn't age well. They ain't aged like fine wine, they aged like milk. And then on top of that, like a lot of them chicks that curved me back in the day, I feel more confident in myself now. So now I feel like, how dare you? Like, fuck out of my face. Like, I feel
you gotta feel like, that way.
Yeah, like get the fuck out of here. Like,
ain't nothing wrong with that. You got to remember, men are the prize, man. Women pretty much, by the time they hit 35, they're in a geriatric pregnancy situation. They're desperate. They scramble, like they're scrambling to have kids. As men, we could just chill. You got your seeds already, but I'm not saying I'm gonna wait till I'm 60, but like, there's not as much pressure or urgency for me to do this. Like women,
do you want seeds or no?
I do, but I want a little bit more stability in my career, in my life. And I'm not saying that, if something happens with a new girl I'm with and then we wind up having kids, she's a teacher, she's an artist, I'm an artist, she's pursuing comedy, I pursue comedy too. So we both can relate. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like we'll both do what it takes to hold it down and stuff like that. Right. But I'm not like intentionally trying to make it. I think that would be irresponsible for me to intentionally try to seed this chick up. She's 29 and the clock is ticking and you know what I mean? She's like, yo, if we're still together and we don't make this happen by 35, I ain't gonna never have kids because we ain't trying to have no handicapped baby. 35 years, because that's 6 years from now. So 35-year-old eggs plus 48-year-old semen, baby gonna come out look like John Witherspoon. Who here done let me out this vagina? All I heard was a boom, bang, bang, bang. Then all of a sudden, I'm inside my mother's womb. I hear the doctors. He put in some forceps and pulled me out. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, how's that John Witherspoon, man?
Yeah, ain't bad. But the trap the most unbelievable trap. I'm glad as hell I avoided this trap. Yo, busting inside a chick ain't nothing greater than that feeling. Ain't nothing greater than that feeling, man.
It's supposed to feel great like that because that's the whole about creation.
And I never did it before. Before I got married, I never busted a chick before.
And we started doing that. It's like
I would always just pull out.
Yeah.
Once I got married,
I've been putting it all everywhere but inside. That's just what I do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like that's probably one of the reasons why I don't got no kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
shooting the club up is phenomenal, man.
But it's supposed to feel good, real good like that because that's what makes you want to propagate yourself. You feel me?
Exactly.
So man. But yeah, so you can't think of nobody. But how about old crushes, right? That curved you. Of course, you weren't married and wife them, but any oldies that if they came back in your life, you would smash up or
all of them, probably much.
Oh yeah, of course. You know what I'm saying?
Probably all of them. To be honest with you,
and you got to do it. You got to do it angrily. You in better shape now, so you're gonna give her the Kimbo slice, man. You know what I mean?
Powerlifting and shit.
Yeah. And you going and then when you're done, you just leave $20 on the nightstand, bounce, change your phone number.
you gotta put like $20 on a nightstand and like walk toward the door to stop and come back and take it and put like 10 down and shit. Like, no, it wasn't that good.
Yeah. Right. Exactly, man. Yeah.
So I've seen a few of them actually, like over the last year or so.
Yeah,
like
so many chicks fell off, yo, bro.
Yeah, they fell off, but like the thing about it is, like some of them fell off, but still got the fatty, like so it's like.
Of course, if you got the booty cheeks,
yeah,
we can rock with that, man.
That make it for a lot.
All she got some booty meat, man. Like I'm still listen. I done had from 18 to 75. You know what I'm saying? My range was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I got range like Steph Curry, man. I'm shooting all over the court. I'm shooting deep. I'm shooting close, man.
That's crazy.
But ultimately, I don't think Russell Wilson is a simp.
Mm-hmm.
Boyce Watkins is definitely a simp, but I still give him credit for still making a commitment.
Yeah, I mean, now that I've seen the video again of the proposal, now I feel a little bit alarmed. Like it was kind of alarming seeing her body language, her tone.
It's scary, man.
I'm not knocking the dude. I hope if you see this, you don't see it as us being disrespectful. But that was a little.
No, it's all in fun. It's all in jest, man.
Yeah. Like that's not the reaction you want when you propose to somebody. And they be like, oh, okay, sure.
If you learn anything, if I could tell any of our young brothers, man, just know your worth and value, man. Allow yourself to get chosen. You know what I mean? Don't chase after these women. Chase after your success. Chase after your purpose. You understand what I'm saying? And they go. I mean, it's cliche. It's a cliche, but if you chase money or you chase your success, they're gonna recognize that and they're gonna chase you. You don't have to chase after nobody. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And if nobody's chasing after you, then that's the perfect opportunity to work on yourself.
Exactly.
That gives you the opportunity to work on yourself too. So. Were we simps? Yes. Doing nice stuff for your significant other that is your lady that loves you mutually. Mm-hmm. That's not simping. You could do 1,000 things for her. No, you're supposed to take care of your lady. You're supposed to do something with somebody that has a mutual feeling for you, mutual feelings for you. But if it's somebody you barely know and you just trying to trick off and doing all this nice stuff and moving her furniture for 8 hours overnight.
Yeah.
You don't even get a whiff of the booty crack. or me passing up on my brother's one of his first children's funerals, or passing up on half of the funeral just to move some chick who wound up just marrying some ugly dude, you know what I'm saying, over me or whatever. When I used to try to take her, to help her get her GED and help her with school and all kinds of stuff. I was simping. I still had other hoes though.
Yeah.
But me having
hold on. See, I didn't know that element. So if you have other hoes, would that really make you a simp?
Yes, because I only did it to get her jealous, thinking that was a tactic that would make her like me more. It was based on making her want me more. Like I would get a hickey on my neck, and then like she'd be coming down the steps, and I'd be sitting on the chair like this, with my head to the side. It's like, yeah, you got a hickey. That's fucking disgusting. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah, so. Definitely. I always had a rotation, but with her, I was ready to lock it down, but she never fully committed to me. I was ready to cut everybody off, but because she didn't, I still kept my little stable or whatever. You know, I was smart enough. I wasn't too deep in like the simp matrix to let go of my hoes. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. But one thing that makes sense, like the scarcity mindset. Boyce probably just had a scarcity mindset. Like you say, he's kind of nerdy. He's afraid of of how other chicks will treat him. He doesn't really know how to like socially interact and stuff like that. That's scarcity. Yeah. That's scarcity. You know what I mean? But oh shit. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. I'm like distracted as hell with this fight. But
who won the fight?
Oh no, it's still going. It's in the 5th round right now. You know what I'm saying? But this was a great conversation. Yeah. Young brothers, just know your worth. Know your worth. Know who you're dealing with. You don't have to settle for nobody. Anything. I mean, if you fall in love with somebody with kids and you're successful, at the end of the day, it's your dick. You can do whatever you want with it. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But just know this: you don't have to settle for that. You can always do better. Don't worry about chasing none of these people, man. Let them chase you. Don't let nobody keep your crush cryogenically for 30 years. And all of a sudden, when they body fall off, they wanna F with you. Nah, man. Nah, you could do better than that. This is funny. We done. You know what I'm saying? So whoever we get down right now, if they just willing to deal with our 40-year-old asses, man, I think with all kinds of medical ailments, man.
Yeah, they don't mind me snoring.
I'm lucky I got a 29-year-old, huh?
Oh yeah, they don't mind hearing me snore at night and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Now.
Right. But for the younger cats like my nephew, people that still got a chance and opportunity, man, just focus on your purpose, focus on your crafts. You know what I mean? And just make sure that she chooses you. You know, and not just for superficial reason, because she's really into you and really respects you and is really down with you. You know what I'm saying?
Have a life outside of her. Don't make her the center of your world. You gotta be
for sure.
You gotta develop yourself as a person, develop your life as a person, and she'll come into your life. You feel me?
Yeah, definitely, man. So any give us some links of where you can be reached or whatever on your Instagram or your Facebook or whatever. Break that down.
My YouTube page is the Wellness Initiative. On that page, I have like meditations that I did, lectures that I did, live streams that I did, where I'm talking about mental health in the Black community. I also talk about like spirituality, mysticism. I got a lot of shit up there about like ancient scriptures and stuff like that, into that kind of stuff. On my Instagram page, I think it's mcrorey Devin. I think my Instagram is mcrorey Devin. And then that's it for my social media. I really got shit. Oh yeah, I got Facebook. My Facebook page, the Wellness Initiative Facebook page.
And you said you got a book. You got a book coming out. What's the name of the book?
Yeah, the name of the book is Easy. It's a guide. It's called Easy, a guide to mindfulness and meditation. It's a book that teaches kids ages 8 to 12 how to meditate. And it's written for all kids, but specifically for kids. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
It's written for all kids, but specific. Oh, okay. It's written for all kids, but specifically for kids who have like behavior issues. So they have anger problems. They have issues with like mood swings, depression, that frustration, things of that nature. It helps them to like calm themselves down and all that kind of stuff.
All right, definitely. And is there a release date or potential release?
Yo, it should be released by next month. So next month I'll give you an update and I'll start putting the link up to the business page where you can actually buy it and shit. And
what I'm going to do, I'll do a little bit of editing. I'll put up your socials and stuff like that at the end of this video, man. This is a good conversation.
Yeah, it's dope.
And we're gonna do this more often. I'm sorry, I'm just really distracted by this fight, but I think we pretty much covered what a simp is, and if we are simps and advice to the young people, I think we pretty much we checked every box off, man. Yeah, we had some good points. This was a pleasure, man. Mr. mcrorey, I'm gonna sign you off and I'm gonna play out my outro music, man. No doubt, I will holler at you, man. God bless, man. You be safe, playboy.
All right, peace and blessings, man.
All right, man. Yep.
Peace.
Yep. All right, man, about to close with the music. La Musica, then I got to watch the rest of this fight, bro. All righty. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? All right, let me share this. Put that music back on. All right, man. We see you next time. I see you. It's not commentary. It's momentary. Not commentary. It's momentary. Yo, it's not commentary. It's momentary. It's not commentary. It's momentary. Not commentary. It's momentary. It's not commentary, bruh. It's momentary. It's not commentary. It's momentary. Peace, man. God bless, man. Y'all be safe. Out. Out. Stop the share. Stop the video.